Welcome. Please rise and join us as Nicole Villalone from the class of 2027 leads us in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. Please be seated. It's hard to follow that. Welcome, everyone. I am Dr. Jessica Ward, the Interim Associate Dean for Academic and Student Success at Iowa State University College of Veterinary Medicine. On behalf of Dr. Dan Grooms, our Stephen G. Julesgaard Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine, as well as our faculty and staff, it is my honor to greet you this evening at the opening of this white coat ceremony. For each of you in the class of 2029, this ceremony marks the beginning of your journey as veterinary students. This stage and setting are particularly symbolic because we will gather here again in 4 very short years to celebrate your graduation as doctors of veterinary medicine. Take a moment right now to picture that day. Imagine yourselves here again in the audience, proudly about to receive your diploma, about to enter the world as a veterinarian. Keep that image in your mind. It will help you stay grounded and focused during the times ahead that will challenge you to grow, stretch your abilities, and build your resilience. This veterinary program will ask a lot of you, but everything you gain along the way will shape you into the veterinarian you're meant to become. There are many people gathered here tonight to celebrate this important milestone with you: family, friends, and mentors who helped you reach this point, as well as faculty represented by those you see on stage who are committed to guiding and supporting you throughout your education. Our pledge to you is this: we will do everything we can to equip you with the knowledge, skills, and opportunities that you need to become exceptional veterinarians. And speaking of exceptional, I urge you to look around at your new classmates. These amazing, unique, and qualified individuals are not just your classmates and are certainly not your competitors. They are your colleagues. As I told you on Wednesday when we first met, you want each person sitting next to you not only to succeed in veterinary school and to graduate, but to thrive and grow into outstanding veterinarians. Because someday you'll be calling each other for advice, consults, and referrals. You'll be leaning on each other just as you will in the years ahead. Invest in those relationships now. This profession is built on collaboration and trust. Alongside the excitement as you begin this journey, you'll also be taking on a profound responsibility to animals, their owners and caregivers, and to the public. You are now accountable to each other, your instructors, and your future clients and patients to strive for clinical excellence, ethical integrity, and compassionate service. Tonight, as you don your white coat, you will also sign the College of Veterinary Medicine Honor Code and recite the veterinary student's oath, symbolizing your commitment to uphold these responsibilities. We are so honored to share this moment with you. Welcome to the Iowa State University College of Veterinary Medicine. We are so glad that you are here. Please join me in recognizing the achievements of the class of 2029. We will now hear from Nina Linton, who is the 2025-2026 president of our SAVMA chapter at Iowa State. SAVMA, as you have learned this week, is the Student American Veterinary Medical Association. This group represents our largest student organization on campus and our students' link to our national professional organization for veterinarians, the American Veterinary Medical Association, or AVMA. Please help me welcome Nina to the podium.
Good evening, everyone, family, friends, faculty, and the incredible class of 2029. My name is Nina Linton, and I'm honored to be standing here as your president of the Student American Veterinary Medical Association, commonly known as SAVMA. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Iowa State University and the College of Veterinary Medicine. Today is one of those moments we've all pictured for years. Putting on that white coat for the first time, standing on the edge of something huge, and maybe wondering why it feels so stiff. Do they still starch these things? Honestly, I have no idea. It has been a pure joy to meet and get to know you during these past few days of orientation. In just a few short days, I've already seen your resilience. Some of you braved the unbearable heat just to meet your new classmates. Others faced your fear of public speaking or boldly acted out what may go down in history as the worst game of charades ever. But you showed up, and honestly, that's more than half the battle. Over the next 4 years, you'll be exposed to new perspectives, new knowledge, and new opportunities. I can honestly say that newness has been the greatest gift Iowa State has given me in my first 2 years of vet school. So my advice to you is this: don't just accept the new, embrace it. Say yes to things that challenge you. Explore new clubs, externships, ideas, even the ones that may scare you a little. You never know what might be waiting on the other side of your yes. Your adventure is chosen, not prescribed, and the possibilities truly are endless. So stay open, stay excited, and embrace the newness. This white coat doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you've made a promise to show up, to try hard, and to care deeply. And when challenges arise, and trust me, they will, remember you are not alone. You are surrounded by 160 classmates on the same journey. Your future colleagues, professors, upperclassmen, and especially your families are all excited to watch you soar. So today, as you slip on that coat, take a breath. Stand a little taller, because this is where the journey begins, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. And last thing, please label your stethoscope. Seriously, they all look the same, and no one wants to start their vet school career in small claims court. Congratulations, class of 2029. You've only just begun, and I wish you the best of luck as you enter this fantastic profession. Thank you.
Thank you, Nina. We will now begin the ceremonial coding to formally welcome the class of 2029 into the professional program. Each year at the White Coat Ceremony, our college honors the recipient of the AAVMC Distinguished Veterinary Teacher Award by inviting them to announce the names of the incoming class. I am delighted to share that the 2024-2025 recipient of this prestigious award is Dr. Amanda Fales-Williams. Dr. Fales-Williams is a Morrill Professor, Chair of the Department of Veterinary Pathology, and holds the Tyrone D. Arts Chair for Teaching Excellence. She is an exemplary educator whose impact spans generations of veterinary students, pathology trainees, and faculty colleagues. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Fales-Williams for this award. Dr. Fales-Williams will announce the names of the class of 2029, who will be coded individually by our platform of guest veterinarians and faculty members. Following coding, each student will sign the honor code, with you as witnesses and with Honor Board Chair Heidi Clemenson serving as the official witness on behalf of the college. The escorting marshals for this year's ceremony are class of 2028 students Hannah Cotterman and Erin Landon. We ask that you hold any lengthy applause until all students have been coded. Dr. Fales-Williams, please come to the podium, and marshals, please present the class of 2029 to be coded.
Thank you very much. Students, congratulations. I'll talk to you in a year, but parents and families, I just want to congratulate you too. This has been a long journey in helping your student get to the point of being eligible to apply to veterinary school, and I know it's quite a process getting them through the year of application and waiting for announcements. So well done to the families as well. All right, I'll start with Riley Aldertrup. Claire Anderson. Caleb Antrim. Brooke Arnold. Ella Augustine. Sylvia Bolivian. Caitlin Bauer. Addison Baumert. Riley Beardsworth. Rithvik Bariki. Ashlyn Borsari. Clayton Bosma. Emma Bose. Macy Brandt. Hannah Breifogel. Dana Brito. Reagan Bernheide. Avery Carlson. Riley Carpenter. Keely Caro. Caitlin Cash. Mackenzie Cassis. Victoria Castrodad. Harper Chen. Sophia Chung. Savannah Coates. Hannah Cool. Alexis Cooper. Alexia Corwin. Michaela Davison. Tina DeCrife. Ashley Damalis. Jessica Dibble. Mackenzie Duranzi. Callie Dupuis. Josie Eckert. Amanda Earhart. Zaina Evans. Riley Farrell. Victoria Flores Parra. Mallory Fortuno. Cameron France. Alexandria Fricano. Kelsey Frischman. Emma Garvey. Carissa Gerwig. Kyle Goon. Katie Gunther. Isabel Gutowski. Kira Hanmer. Emma Hansel. Hallie Hanshan. Madeline Hartford. Everly Harvey. Grace Helly. Lacey Hennick. Madison Herrig. Zoe Heitschuh. Lillian Hoffman. Georgia Hoover. Ashley Hauk. Cameron Huggins. Brianna Hunsaker. Elizabeth Hunziker. Haley Ikeda. Alyssa Ivy. Grace Jardin. Lindsay Jennett. Catherine Jensen. Brooke Johnson. Elizabeth Johnson. Devin Johnston. Emma Kelly. Alexandria Kimsey. Paris Creed King, sorry. Julie Klinkman. Marissa Kramer. Jacob LeBrun. Kylie Lohman. Brielle Madden. Judith Manduhano. Haley Marr. Caitlin Maines. Kayla Muzetas. Alexa McCauley. Molly McLean. Owen McInnes. Ellie Meyer. Caroline Miller. Madison Minks. Luke Mozinski. Carter Knockreiner. Chloe Otto. Jessica Patton. Madison Perry. Alexandra Poling. Carson Poston. Chalice Prohaska. Nicholas Prosek. Sarah Rahimi. Hannah Rasso. Desiree Reed. Lillian Reynolds. Grace Roardant. Jeffrey Wrong. Tegan Roche. Emma Saylor. Presley Schneider. Kimberly Selner. Jasley Schaefer. Adish Singh. Jessica Slight. Lainey Smith. Catherine Stanley. Maggie Stutzman. Jared Sundy. Gabrielle Sutton Daniel. Salika Thajani Rosenbaum. Riley Phil. Grace Townsend. Natalie Vincent. Ollie Wadley. Jordan Watts. Gabrielle Wellman. Olivia Westendorf. Hannah Whiteford. Sasha Wilson. Ashley Whitson. Adeline Waddell. Kaylin Yeasley. Robert Zhang. Yubo Jur. Congratulations to all of you. Welcome.
Y'all are looking sharp. I will now introduce Dr. Aubrey Cordray, President-elect of the Iowa Veterinary Medical Association and owner of Humboldt Veterinary Clinic in Humboldt, Iowa. A 2014 graduate of Iowa State University College of Veterinary Medicine, Dr. Aubrey pursued her goal of practicing mixed animal medicine in a rural community where she could make a real impact. She joined Humboldt Veterinary Clinic right after graduation and purchased the practice in 2017. Under her leadership, the clinic has grown from 9 to 24 team members, completed a major expansion, and received the IVMA Healthcare Team Service Award in 2021. Dr. Aubrey is an active leader in the veterinary profession. She is a graduate of the IVMA Power of 10 program and a past recipient of both the IVMA Rising Star Award and the ISU CVM Outstanding Young Alumni Award. She also serves on the ISU College of Veterinary Medicine Advisory Council and the Iowa Rural Veterinary Medicine Shortage Task Force. Please help me welcome Dr. Cordray to the podium to give her reflections.
Thank you, Dr. Ward. Good evening, everyone. It is truly an honor to stand before each and every one of you today as you take this symbolic and exciting step into your veterinary career. Welcome to the profession. You belong here. As you step into this next chapter, I want to share a few things I wish someone had told me when I was sitting where you are now. First, let's start with this. Do not compare your beginning to someone else's middle or end. It's easy to look around and see classmates who seem confident, already have a 10-year plan, or can name every bone, muscle, and nerve without breaking a sweat and think you're falling behind. But veterinary medicine is not a straight road. It's more like a winding trail, and every journey looks a little different. Some of you will discover new passions. Some of you will struggle and overcome. And some of you may question if this is really where you're meant to be, but that is normal. And let me assure you, you are exactly where you are meant to be. What matters is not how fast you go, but that you keep moving forward at your own pace, on your own path. I always saw myself becoming a veterinarian in a rural practice. That part wasn't a surprise. But I didn't fully imagine owning a thriving clinic, leading an amazing team, and standing on this stage speaking to all of you. That's the beauty of this journey. Even when you have a vision, life has a way of expanding it in ways you didn't see coming. Second, you are allowed to evolve. The person you are today might not be the veterinarian you become 5 or 10 years from now. That's okay. Whether you end up in mixed animal practice, lab animal medicine, public health, education, or something that hasn't even been invented yet, every experience will shape you. Give yourself permission to grow, shift, and change your mind along the way. And third, you don't have to do this alone. At some point, whether it's during finals week or your first emergency on call, you may feel overwhelmed or unsure. That doesn't mean you're failing or that you're alone. It means you're human. Reach out, lean on your classmates, talk to your professors, or connect with veterinarians who have been there. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of resilience and strength. To the families and friends in the audience, thank you in advance for the late night pep talks, the reassuring texts, the surprise Venmo deposits, and the care packages that will soon be packed with snacks and caffeinated drinks. You may think you're just offering support or comfort, but truly, you're fueling anatomy labs, clinical rotations, and the future of veterinary medicine. Students, as you write your story, I want to introduce you to one of the most valuable tools you will have along the way, the Iowa Veterinary Medical Association. The IVMA is more than just a professional organization. It's your support system, your advocacy team, and your connection to the larger veterinary community. As a student, the IVMA provides scholarships, connections to experienced veterinarians, leadership opportunities, and free membership throughout veterinary school. And we're not just behind the scenes, we show up. Each fall, we host a tailgate event at a home Cyclone football game. And this year, we will be cheering on the Cyclones against Arizona State on November 1st. It's a chance to even the score after last year's Big 12 championship, so the atmosphere is going to be electric. We also invite students to the state capitol in Des Moines to meet face-to-face with legislators and learn how we work to protect and advocate for our profession. Our senators and representatives genuinely value seeing young professionals who are passionate about veterinary medicine. You will also see the IVMA in fun, meaningful places like the Iowa State Fair, where we co-sponsor a steer with Iowa State University's College of Veterinary Medicine and the Governor's Charity Steer Show. For many years, Dean Grooms has proudly been our celebrity showman. This year, Dr. Grooms just didn't show up, he showed off, walking away with the title of Grand Champion Showman at the 2025 event. The cheers from our ISU CVM and IVMA crews could probably be heard all the way to the butter cow. These events aren't just memorable, they're reminders that this profession is about people, purpose, and community. Personally, one of the most influential experiences in my career came through the IVMA Power of 10 leadership program. That program gave me tools, mentorship, and relationships that helped shape me into the leader I am today. But the real power of the IVMA shows up after graduation, when the learning curve feels steep, when you face your first difficult client, or when you just need to know that somebody's got your back. That's when being a part of a connected, committed veterinary community really matters. We are here to celebrate your wins, support you through challenges, and fight for the future of this profession in Iowa and beyond. So, wear your white coat with pride, but more importantly, wear it knowing you're not alone. You have a profession, a community, and an association that's walking this road with you. Congratulations on this milestone, and welcome to the beginning of your story.
Thank you, Dr. Cordray. Now we will have the recitation of the veterinary student oath. This oath is based on the professional veterinary oath, but is uniquely adapted for each veterinary college. Students, you have each received a bookmark with the oath printed on it. I told you we were going to give you the tools that you needed for success. So class of 2029, please stand. I will read a phrase, and you will repeat after me. At this time of being admitted to the Iowa State College of Veterinary Medicine, I pledge. To dedicate my life through service to animals and humanity with respect, dignity, and compassion. To acquire the professional skills and knowledge that will benefit society. Through the care and welfare of animals and the promotion of public health. To constantly and consistently adhere to high ethical standards at all times and in all places. To respect the views of others and their individuality, and to have a positive impact in all my interactions. I make this pledge freely with the understanding of the responsibilities it encompasses. Thank you. Please be seated. In closing, we would like to acknowledge the class of 2028 for their help with this program, and Dr. Monica Howard, who is responsible for organizing it, among a lot of other things at the college. Also, we appreciate the participation of veterinarians and CVM faculty for coding, the financial support of the IVMA and the Veterinary Medical Alumni Association, and the support of all those attending tonight. Thank you for being here. Now, some logistics and housekeeping. I would remind students about the group picture to be taken here immediately following the close of the ceremony. The photo will be taken from the stage into the audience, so please stay right where you are, or perhaps with some mild rearrangement of rows based on your height, up to you. Family and friends, we ask that you clear the audience for this photo, so please exit and you can head directly to the reception, which will be at the Sheeman Building, the next building over to the northeast. There is a raised walkway that will take you over to Sheeman, and you will come into the building on the level where the reception will be held. We will now close our ceremony by bringing back Nicole Villalone to lead us in the singing of The Bells of Iowa State.
Green hills for thy throne, and a crown
See you at the reception. Thanks, everybody.